Oh, this is an extra special Wine Wednesday. This morning we are joined by Count.
Yep.
Count. You say your name because you say it so beautifully.
Sebastiano Capponi.
Oh, yes.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
It sure is.
I think we're done. That's good. So you are a winemaker from Italy, from Florence. What does it mean that you're a Count?
Oh, Count, it's a title that was bestowed to us by the Emperor of the Sacred Roman Empire in 1701. But the history of the family is much older than that because our family started business in Florence 800 years ago, about around 1215. And we were merchants and bankers. And that's how we made our money. And with the banking money, we started buying properties. And the property where the wine is made today was purchased by my family in 1524.
Tell me more.
How about that?
Just keep ask him anything.
Yeah,
All right, so you are visiting, and you love to come to Michigan and sell your wine, and you've got a couple events happening, in fact. But tell us what you brought for us from your vineyard in Tuscany.
Well, today we have to taste three of the wines I make. All the wines at the winery, everything is organically farmed. Actually, it's not just a winery; it's an integrated farm because we make goat cheese, we make honey, we make olive oil, and we make wine as well.
Oh, nice.
And today we'll have a rosé from a local varietal called Canaiolo. And then we'll have, of course, a Chianti Classico, which is probably the most famous wine we make, which is a Sangiovese-based wine. And then as the last one will be a Vinsanto, which can be translated as a holy wine. Those are the three ones that we're going to taste.
So you want us to start with
start with the rosé. When I think about a wine, I think about what kind of food I'm going to have it with, and that's how I start the process of making a wine, And so when I started, I had the idea of making rosé because I thought that we need the wine to go with charcuterie. This is a very good wine to go with charcuterie. But since the next holiday, American holiday, will be Thanksgiving, this will be a very good one for the turkey.
This is delightful.
Thank you very much.
It is. It's very light.
Although, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to like any wine you put in front of me today, just by the way you're presenting it and talking about it.
Yeah, it feels very official.
Thank you very much.
What is the name of the wine? Do I call you Count? What do we call you?
Sebastiano is fine.
Oh, okay.
Sebastiano is
Sebastiano.
Sebastiano.
Yeah, that's fine.
What is the name? So what's the label on the wine?
The name of the wine is Villa Calcinaia. Villa Calcinaia. Calcinaia means the place of chalk. That's because we have very strong calcareous presence in the soil, and so that's why it's called the chalk place.
Okay, very nice.
A lot of white rock.
All right, very good. This is delicious.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, A+ for me.
Okay.
What's next?
The next one will be the Chianti Classico, Villa Calcinaia, and this is the most important wine we make because it's usually the handshake that we have with our customers. So. As I make a joke, it's also a first date we have with a customer, so it better be good because the first date is not good. Ladies can vouch for that. There's no second date.
First
Don't I know
impression is super important. All right, here we go.
And when I think about food, in this case, I think about red sauce. This is a great wine for red sauce.
Yeah.
This is if you have a pasta, if you have some meat, and you put some red sauce with it, that would be the ideal pairing for it. Of course, these are wines this is a wine meant to be drank with food. That's how I drink wine. I drink beer before a meal, I drink wine during a meal, and I drink scotch, or bourbon, whatever.
I think we'd get along
kind of
quite
guy.
well.
After a meal.
Sounds like quite a date. All right, very good.
Last one?
The last one is a holy wine. It's called holy wine because it stems from the fact that it was used as sacramental wine, because it's a wine obtained by process of oxidation, so it doesn't go bad even if you keep the bottle half empty on the counter for years.
Really?
It would not go bad. So the priest could use it a little bit at a time without having to worry about the wine going bad. And so that's why it's called holy wine.
What do you think is the difference between the Italian market and American market in terms of flavors and what we seem to like more?
Well, Americans drink a little bit different way than Italians because Americans also drink wine outside meals.
This is phenomenal.
And so that's the kind of wine that Americans usually are more, I would say, prone to.
Recreational?
Yeah, it's a little
Socially.
It's a little more on the a little less tannic and a little less high in acid because it doesn't need to complement the food.
Right.
Whereas the Italians, when they drink wine, they need tannins and they need acidity to complement the food. So that's basically the main difference between American drinkers and Italian drinkers.
Quick question, and it might not be a quick answer, but Florence, your family's from Florence for years. Any ties or connections with the Medicis, the famous Florence family?
Well, the Florentine families married within each other, so there are some marriages between the Medici family and the Capone family throughout the history. It's probably far-fetched ties, but there are, yes.
Okay, interesting.
Let's tell everybody where you're going to be hanging out while in town.
While I'm in town, I'll be doing wine dinner tonight in Ann Arbor at Grazie, and tomorrow night at the Common Pub. And while I'm not here, you can still find my wines around town. You can find it at Antonio's restaurant. Yeah. You can find it at Cantoro. You can find it at Bella Piazza in Birmingham. You can find it at even at the Grand Hotel in Lake Mekong. Mekong Island, sorry, not
Mekong
Island.
Yeah, very good.
Just very quickly, last question. Do you have a brother?
I do have 3 siblings, 1 sister and 2 brothers. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
go to Florence.
The family is welcome.
Thank you.
He's like getting out of his kitchen.
Absolutely. Glad to come back.
Next on the night, we're going to find out what you guys are talking about. We'll be right back.